What's up YouTube? My name's Lazen. I stream FPS games on Twitch, and today I'm just gonna do a quick video unboxing and kind of like first thoughts on the Vancer Grexta. I just picked this thing up yesterday actually, and I haven't even been able to game with it yet. So this video is gonna be more of a kind of just like initial thoughts and unboxing. As far as like performance goes, I won't have any information on that, but I'll link my Twitch in the video description, and if you'd like, you can stop by one of my live streams and ask me any questions about how it feels. I'm going to be using it, so it's a perfect time to ask any questions there, or you can just drop a comment here below. So there's a few different colors for the mouse to start with. I think there's red, there's a translucent black, a baby blue, a pink fade, and an all white kind of like it's almost like an off-white cream, but an all white one as well. You can see the box and packaging is actually pretty solid. Looks pretty nice. The whole design is kind of themed around like a set of cards, so you have clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, and you can kind of see the design of a pack of cards right here. You got the Grexta or Grexta, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but you can see the image of it right there on the front. Vancer branding on there. On the back it has some of the features. And yeah, it's a pretty standard issue slide box, it just kind of pops out from the bottom there. Some things about this mouse just in terms of stats is that well, actually here, let's just first go into like the contents of what you get inside. So, extra set of the PTFE feet. It's pretty nice, just the default skates. You get an extra set, that's cool. You also get the, excuse me, quick start guide, which is always, that's like standard with any electronic device ever. Lets you know about the product. And then here's the goods. The main three. One thing that's cool, and I appreciate like the attention to detail, is depending on the color of the mice that you order, the accessories kind of match it. So if you get the baby blue, your charging cable and dongle, are going to match. If you get the black, so on and so forth, it's all color coordinated. As you can see, I got the metallic red color, and everything kind of matches. So that's actually a really cool detail. I appreciate stuff like that. Here is the charging cable, and this is actually a very nice paracord, which is really cool. This is a great quality charging cable. Let's open it up here if I'm able to get this plastic going. It's very plush, and it's a nice, soft, lightweight cable. You got this attached rubber clasp to it, so it can stay nice and organized, or whatever you need to use that for. It's a very high quality cable. It's very nice. And then you get the Vancer branding on there on the USB side. So great cable. Comes with a great cable. You get the wire, or the dongle here. You got some Vancer branding. I'm not sure why they chose a lime green, but it is what it is. I probably won't ever use this anyways, so, but it comes with the dongle. This feels pretty lightweight and kind of cheap. Feels like a hollow piece of plastic, but it's a dongle. But I'm just letting you guys know, it's not the best material. It's not like solid metal or anything. And then we have the mouse. There it is. The dimensions on this mouse, it's about 123 by 62 by 37 millimeters. And it's very comparable, almost identical in shape to the final mouse Starlight-12 in like the medium size. So very similar dimensions. You can see the bottom there. You got the default skates, the sensor, you got the on and off switch, you got the pulling hertz, the pulling rate, and cycle function, and the RGB on or off right there. And then you got the spot for the wireless USB receiver to plug into your device, PC, laptop, whatever. So, I mean, first thoughts are that it feels good. I'm not gonna lie, like when I bought this mouse, the whole kind of sketchy part of it, I guess, is just that it's a lesser known manufacturer, right? And I feel like whenever you buy electronics, regardless, like headset, earbuds, even like a blender or something, you know, just anytime you buy electronics from like a lesser known manufacturer, it's kind of a little like, not sketchy, but you're just like, hopefully this thing works. Hopefully the quality is good. But I'm actually very impressed. It feels solid. It's definitely a plastic feel to it, but it does not feel cheap by any way. I watched a few reviews before I ordered mine, and some people were saying the quality control was a concern. Their this and that, the mouse was kind of sketchy, yada yada yada. And honestly, I think it's totally fine with mine, just in terms of feel and quality. All of the lines match up. There's nothing like busted on it. It looks clean. So I mean, yeah, like quality control and feel, it's great. First thought when it comes to, what should I say, the shape and feel of the mouse, is that it's very, this is definitely the smallest mouse I've ever felt. It is small. But one thing I absolutely love is just the channels in the mouse 1 and 2. These channels right here, you can kind of see they're very concaved, and they run all the way up, and you feel them start right about at this median midpoint. So when you're gripping the mouse, you feel the channel all the way up here, and then it just goes down into the mouse 1 and 2, and it's very comfortable for your index and middle finger. Very comfortable. It feels great. There's the side panels are comfy too. As you can see, there's a little concave there for your thumb. It feels really good. And it's the same on this side for your ring and pinky finger. The mouse does sit very low. Now, I'm gonna compare it real quick just to something more popular. Let's say, let's just use the G Pro for here. The G Pro sits very high. Like, I feel like when I grip this thing right here, it's like I'm on a truck. Whereas when I grip this one, oh my gosh, yeah, it feels like this is like a go-kart or like a Porsche. I feel like this is like a 911 GT3. And then I grip this thing and it feels like a lifted Tacoma. The G Pro's a great mouse, so I love this thing. But it's just, you can see the inherent differences in design. I mean, look at how thick that point is right there versus on here. Just the overall shape. This is more rounded in general. The mouse 1 and 2, like this distance right here, the height is a bit higher on the G Pro as compared to the the Grexta. And you can see the more aggressive slope. So it kind of humps right about there, and then it's just downward, right? Whereas this one, it's a big sweep curvature, and it kind of starts to become more downward angle, you know. So you can kind of see the differences in aggressiveness right there. The clicks feel good. Mouse 3 and 4. Scroll wheel feels good. Scroll wheel clicks feel good. You got the DPI switch right there. You can switch between 400, 800, 1800, 3200, 4800, and 6400. The pulling rate switch goes from 125 hertz, 500 hertz, and 1000 hertz. It weighs about 63 grams, and honestly, I'm impressed. I picked this thing up for about, what was it? I think I paid full price, which is like $79, but I got 1 day shipping. So it came to me within like 14 hours, which is pretty crazy. But a lot of websites have this thing on sale right now for like 10 bucks off at least. So you can find it for like 64 to 69 US dollars, which I think is 100% worth. I think that's a great deal if you're looking for a new wireless mouse. The only concerns I have about it is just, it is pretty freaking small. I have like medium sized hands, and like for me the G Pro is like kind of small, or I wouldn't say small, but like I wouldn't really want anything smaller. And as I say that, this mouse is definitely smaller than the G Pro, yet it works still. I think it works because it's so low, I'm allowed to kind of claw up on it like that. And it kind of compensates for the smallness of the mouse. But if you have large hands, I would not get this mouse. It just seems like it would be way too uncomfortable. If you have medium, average, and small size hands, I think it's a great option for you. But if you have large hands, if you find, like I said, I personally wouldn't do anything lower than the G Pro, but as I say that, this mouse is lower, but it still works. So if you feel like the G Pro is too big or small, don't get the Grexta, or at least try it. Here's the Model O, and I feel like the Model O is bigger, the biggest mouse I have. I feel like it's definitely bigger than the G Pro, and it's definitely bigger than the Grexta. So I'm just gonna kind of grip these and see. So yeah, Model O feels very large, or not very large, but just comparatively, it feels large. G Pro's pretty medium size for me. Like, it feels like a nice tight grip, good control in my palm. And then the Grexta is kind of tiny. It is a very small mouse, so just keep that in mind. It is a small mouse. And another concern that some people may have are the holes in the mouse. I know this is a very common design element for ultralight mice, or the holes. Personally, whether it's whether it actually saves weight, whether it cuts down on manufacturing costs, whether it adds extra grip from the stippling, whether it's just a gimmick in general, that's up to you to determine. But like, the Model O does a great job with the holes, but on the side panels, they're solid. Like, just how the tips of the mouse one are on here, the Model O is solid on the sides. I use BTL grips on all of my mice anyways, though, or most of them. And I mean, if this really is, you get the mouse, and if this is bugging you or a problem, just buy some $10 grips, and there you go, problem solved. So it's really not even an issue. But for some, that may be an issue. You got the DPI switch up here, it's color coordinated, yada yada. It's a great mouse. Thanks for watching the video. Again, sorry I don't have any real test results or gameplay footage or anything. I just got the mouse in and wanted to film a unboxing for it. And again, I'm gonna have my Twitch in the bio, so if you want to come by the stream and check it out, I'd really appreciate it. come hang out with me there, ask any questions about any of my mice or this one, or just hang out, you know? So yeah, overall, really nice mouse, impressed, and I can't wait to use it, so thanks for watching the review, and I appreciate you guys.